Chapter 10 is called Technology's Greatest Value. It was developed primarily by a materials developer named William Flom, who decided that teachers know how to use the tools in technology but don't know how to use them specifically for instruction. He placed the types of computer use that he observed in the classroom into 5 distinct categories. For the 5 categories of computer use, the first category is using computer as a teaching machine. This includes simulations, skill-building games, and test prep activities. This was usually used in lower-level classrooms and usually quite ineffective. The overall purpose was seen as to relieve teachers of some of their duties. The second category is computer productivity tool. This category is common in middle schools and high schools. The computers are used for communication, especially in essays and presentations. The third category, computer as internet portal, is so teachers can use the internet to give students access to information they wouldn't normally find in the confines of the school building. The fourth category, computer as test giver, is used infrequently, but it does give quick results to the students of the reports of the tests. And finally, number 5, computer as data processor is used in terms of administration in order to provide data to guide curriculum selection. Using technology effectively in the science classroom, technology should facilitate data collection and analysis, enhance scientific understanding through imagery and visualization, and extend inquiry through communication and collaboration. These guidelines emphasize 1. Keeping the focus on science instead of technology, 2. Using technology in ways that are consistent and appropriate, 3. Using technology to allow teachers and students to do things difficult without technology, and 4. Using technology to engage student participation and interest. Technology used in the classroom is most effective when it encourages deeper student engagement with scientific content and is used to support rather than replace what we know about effective science instruction. In other words, it should stretch the boundaries of what is possible in the science classroom. Most science teachers tend to focus on phenomena in the classroom, the laboratory, or the outdoors for inquiry. This is because students interact more with the material when they have real-world application for what they are learning. However, for more abstract topics, computer-based technology is more helpful. You should be mindful that the instructor is still encouraging scientific inquiry instead of using this technology as an authority on information. The National Science Education Standards highlight the importance of teaching students about the process of inquiry, not just inquiry itself. In the hands of a creative and capable teacher, technology can be a helpful tool to aid this. One challenge of science is that many scientific ideas are complex, abstract, and unnatural, which makes them difficult for students to understand. Because of this, pedagogical content knowledge can be used to make scientific views more accessible by linking the material for students to better understand. Again, the technology will only take you so far. It's about how you use the technology, not about the technology itself. The teacher is still, and always will be, the most important part of the equation. Much everyday knowledge is linked to science and the production of scientific knowledge. Scientific literacy is marked by the ability to use scientific principles and processes in making personal decisions. This means that there is a connection made between science and the everyday lives of students. Some skills that science helps students to develop are critical thinking, cooperation, and creative problem solving. With evolving technology, more and more people are able to be scientifically literate. The internet has made it easier to conduct research and spur scientific interest. However, happenstance is still a factor in sources and how the information is acquired on the internet. Young citizens should be trained effectively in this resource. Looking ahead at the implications for developing technology in the classroom, it is important to remember that in the 21st century, content is spreading information in new ways, such as in cell phones, GPS, handheld devices, and much more. Technology is still on the rise and will continue to expand. When looking at incorporating technology into the classroom, teachers should ask themselves if the technology would engage students as they are being taught, rather than just looking for something for students to occupy their time. There is a cost involved in money and time to learn new technology, so it is your job as the teacher to determine if the cost is worth the resulting learning.